Not saying that happens, not saying it couldn't happen. So you do get some good peace of mind around the escalation agreement with versus just shooting your shot if you're sensitive to paying more than other people and you'll be unhappy thinking you paid way more than other people instead of enjoying your house. Escalators can be great things for that. Stay within your comfort zone all the time and then put yourself in the seller's shoes and see what would they want to see when you frame the offer, like writing the offer in the way that you would want to get the offer can be powerful in helping you land at the right thing, making sure you get the right scenario and setup for things. What would you say yes to? If you were them and you were looking at maybe competitive offers, multiple offers, hoping to get into a competitive situation, what's something that you think you would say yes to in that situation? Fast close, no contingencies, going under list price. What would you think you would say yes to? Do you want to go with a much longer close with contingencies and go over price is another strategy? What do you think they would want? And that's where it's important for good agents to do some research and understand what the sellers are looking for, get a feel for the listing agent to try to be able to tailor the offer. The sellers are the wild card, though, in that, like, your agent can try to get some information, but rarely will be able to talk to the seller in a listed deal scenario. So you're going to have to try to get some innuendo. They're going to have to try to read some tea leaves and see exactly what's going on. But if you can get that intelligence, then you can really honestly evaluate your offer based on the seller's situation, see if there's anything good you can do to tighten it up. And lastly, ask yourself a question. How will you feel if you miss the house by X amount of dollars? This is a question I do almost every time with our clients. Let's say the house is listed at 900,000 and they say they're willing to escalate to 925. I say, hey, no problem. I think that's fantastic. I think it's good. Let's say I think the comps support it. All that stuff is good. Let me ask you, how disappointed would you be if the house sold to somebody else for 930 instead of 925, 940, 950? And they say, oh, I'd be crushed if it sold for 940 because I'd be willing to pay more. Okay. Should we adjust the escalator and let you account for that so that you don't have to feel that sense of sickness, right? There's nothing you can do if you're financing and a cash offer comes in. There's nothing you can do if you're financing and somebody comes in with a massive down payment on the property to create a lot of security. But you want to be aware of what would I do if I could do it? Once you arrive at that, check your comfort zone again. Each situation is unique. Wrap, map your strategy accordingly, right? You might write an offer on one house that you're only willing to go to list price on because it's a little bit of a neighborhood compromise. It's a little bit of a floor plan compromise. The lot you don't really like. So you want to understand, how would I define a win in this scenario versus the next scenario might be perfect house, perfect neighborhood, perfect floor plan, all updated. You can move in there and be happy for the next 20, 30 years. You might be willing to offer more for that. You might want to quit the house hunting. You might be having a baby. You might have just got transferred here and you have a stipend from your work where they're going to pay your rent for so long, but then you got to be in a house. So getting the house versus what you're paying or how creative you're getting are going to be the biggest priority for you.